A Chicago photographer is giving old photos new life with a practice called Rephotography. Arts correspondent Angel Ito went out with him to learn more about his style and to see exactly how he captures the images.
With Chicago's once bustling streets now empty due to the stay-at-home order, photographer Mark Hirsch decided to take advantage and combine something old with something new. By combine, I mean recreate some old Chicago images from more than 100 years ago.
The actual process or technique of what I do has been called rephotography. And rephotography simply means taking a picture of the same subject at two different points in time. And most times those images are just seen side by side. I wanted to take it one step further, to really provide a mind-blowing opportunity to see these two eras side by side in the same image.
His shots contrast the crowded streets during the early 1900s to the empty streets now to fully capture Chicago in the age of the pandemic. We hit State Street to see exactly how he recreated these shots.
I really wanted to recreate this, but for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how am I going to get this shot because it was taken from an elevated position. So it wasn't until I came out here to the location and realized, well, of course, it's taken from the State Lake overpass over State Street on the L line.
Using images from the archives of the Library of Congress, Hirsch's method provides a unique intersection of history, photography, and architecture.
You know, the city has done a pretty good job of preserving some of its architectural heritage, and I guess I'd like to catalog and showcase what the city has done to preserve that heritage, but for purposes of showcasing the changes, I'd like to have images that show street scenes of people in their period dress, or the automobiles of the day, or streetcars, or trains, or horse-drawn carriages that really speak to the era.
Hirsch tells me he works hard to make sure he not only takes the images from the right angle, but at the right time of day, as every detail is vital.
I sort of look at this as part art, part science. You know, the science part is, what we call in photography, getting the angles and the focal lengths just right so that everything matches up. And the art part is, which parts of each image do I want to reveal? And that's my job to do that and tell a compelling story.
As Hirsch utilizes this once-in-a-lifetime backdrop, he says he hopes his photos remind people this current stay-at-home order will eventually end.
I want my images to really provide a sense of hope, that even though we're practicing social distancing and keeping our distance from people, we can look at these images and say, someday the streets will once again come to life, just as they are and were back in the turn of the century.
For Chicago Tonight, I'm Angel Ito.
And the images seen tonight were just a few of Mark Hirsch's creations. You can visit our website for more information on his series, Time After Time, Rephotography in the Midst of a Pandemic.